He's working down here on it now, is he? Hello. No more pigs.
No more pigs now.
Where's your carpet?
There's some unused carpet cut ready for slipping around my saplings. Here's the ones that are planted. It's all buried under there. I've got lots more circles ready made for the next batch.
It's like the Olympics.
It's like the Olympics. The whole task is like the Olympics. But it's part of brambles, right? I mean, that's a lot of brambles. And over here, bracken stems, waiting to be cherished into place. Bracken's normally something I hate, but at this time of year it's beautiful. Once I've done the whole patch, we'll have lots of relatively bare space and a few pockets of hazel, which will now be conspicuous because of those little bits of art. But I've got to make the entrance impassable by deer. It won't be a gate, metal bars and stuff, it'll be a big structure thing.
So it'll be artful too.
It'll be artful, yeah.
Welcome to week 6, the Woodland. This area, which is adjacent to the hay barn, used to be a pig pen. This month it's becoming a woodland. This is where the saplings were planted. They're now protected from the deer by a gate. And we're going to witness an oak tree being replanted. In the compound effect, which is the favourite book of the industrious frog at the war table, there's a story about a wise man. He invites his student to uproot a sapling, and the student does. And then he invites him to uproot a slightly more grown sapling. The student does that too. And this process can't be repeated for an oak tree. The student says, I can't uproot the oak tree. And the wise man says, you've just demonstrated the truth about habits. Once they have deep roots, they're difficult to adapt. Now, what happens when we get stuck at the war table is we deny the isness of things, including the possibility of meeting in the field. In that spirit, I invite us to focus on the isness of this. Weeds are being uprooted so that an oak tree can be replanted.
In stark contrast with the flower meadow that I was talking about, where nutrients should be low so the grasses don't take over, the issue here isn't anything to do with nutrients, because trees will just grow tall if you allow them to, but they won't get to that early stage if they're strangled by this lot over here, which is brambles and bracken and stinging nettles. So instead of reducing the nutrients, I've got to reduce the unwanted weeds, and that means I've got to tackle the roots. This looks like a stinging nettle root, and these red bits are all on the other end, the younger part of stinging nettle roots. So in theory, I'm getting all of that out of this ground before I plant our oak tree in it. Yeah, I'll have a few things set up by then. That's the oak right there. That's about 3 years old, and it was growing under a white currant bush in our walled garden, and that was no good for it. So I'm going to do what I can to give it pride of place in my new woodland. So alongside all these little hazels, there'll be the occasional oak, and this is going to be the first of the occasional oaks. Now, it was damaged when it was extracted, but I'm hoping that that in itself won't prove too problematic. It's got quite a long taproot already. I'm going to want to go and get a bucket of water now. So, we've taken out all those roots to stop the majority of the bully boys coming back, but we're going to put a bit of carpet down as well. Yeah, that's to stop light getting into the ground, which will stop the weeds coming up directly around the tree. So I saw you saw my conventional pigsty, but over here I've made a homemade one with floorboards and everything. They would just dig it bare, so it would be just like a big mud patch.
I remember.
And then after they went, I put in a little paddock for my first tree nursery, which has got out of control because I never took them out and put them anywhere else. So
you grew these trees?
Sure, yeah. We've got here a sweet chestnut. This is a bit of an ornamental willow, and some of the overgrown stuff like this willow I'll have to pollard. So this will be cut here, and it will regrow from there, multiple stems.
Why does it need to be pollarded?
It just needs managing because they're all too tall and they're going to just blow over one day.
Okay.
But I won't pollard everything, I just pollard the willow because it likes being pollarded. And again, pollarding this one will allow us to see that silver birch properly.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed that.
It's gorgeous. It's just gorgeous.